Hi guys, I'm Andy and this is Josh and we are from Gravitas. We wanted to take the opportunity to stop and talk about how we believe it's important to position campaigns when you're selling a home. What do you think is important?
So definitely getting it online, getting it on realestate.com.au, all the home platforms that your buyers are going to be looking at. That is essential. There is an old saying in real estate, you can't sell a secret. Sometimes you can do an off-market result. You'll get an off, and what I mean by that is an agent will bring you a buyer and they'll say, hey, they're willing to pay X, but usually you won't see the most out of it. If you create as much competition, take it to the market, which means going online, you'll see more competition through your property, more traffic.
Absolutely, we just closed one on the weekend and the entire idea behind that campaign was to get as many people standing on the lawn at auction day as we can. So obviously the agent does their job telling as many people as they can about it, that goes without saying. But 100%. I mean, like we ran a Spoke campaign, which is social media ads, targeted perfectly. We ran it on the REA.
We did an audience maximizer through realestate.com, so it got blasted out to people who were looking, buyers who were looking in Frankston, got retargeted ads, on the ones, the Google banners and all those things, they would re-see it, they'd keep seeing it. And that's essential. I think when anyone is looking to sell, it was helpful. We had an owner who was willing to spend a good amount of money on marketing, and it really helped them get a good result. I don't think, and especially in a changing market with demand wearing off, you need to make sure that everyone sees your property.
Absolutely. The way you position it to gain maximum exposure is so important. The more money that you can allocate to getting your property in front of more people, the higher result you're going to see. I mean, these guys, what did they sink? $6,000 into the campaign,
$6 grand.
$6,000, and the result was $2,000 shy of the area record and the best price on the street.
On the street, and you look at that really, $6,000, and it was a $1.2 million transaction. That's what is that?
Yeah.
0.5% of the property value.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have said, I reckon, if we hadn't pumped that much money, they would have got 1.1, maybe 1.15.
Well, that's where, so we had two bidders. One was the neighbour. Yeah. Well, we had 6 bidders in total, but we had 2 serious bidders. One was the neighbour, and he was sort of out around that 1.1 mark. He kept bidding up, but he was past where he wanted to be.
Yeah.
So if we hadn't found the second bidder, where we made it land at 1.218,
it'd be a completely different result.
The exposure is honestly as important as the agent and as important as the styling.
100%.
It's all important.
The 1%ers in real estate make a difference, but making sure that you are going on the market, putting it online and advertising your property correctly, putting boards up, making sure you've got the brochures, you're putting it out to where the buyers are looking is the most important thing you can do as an owner, and you will get the best result.
Someone said to me once that if there's 100 1%ers and you skimp on 20 of them, then you're only going to get 80% of the full result. So do every 1%er, and all those little ones that you just said as well. Even go as far as like, make sure your house smells nice.
Exactly. We literally, the owner came through, every time we'd walk through, presented immaculately.
Absolutely.
They had candles lit. Just capturing the feel, painting a picture for the buyer as to what home could be is important.
Absolutely.
And that's what, from a marketing point of view, you've got to do as a real estate agent, but also when you're bringing people through the property, it needs to be the same feel.
Absolutely.
So it is essential, even having those little bidder paddles.
Absolutely.
The successful bidder wrote their lucky number on this little piece of paper that had bid on it. He wrote his lucky number 33, I think it was.
Yeah.
And
so we did cards.
Yeah,
like branded cards, which we believe is all part of the experience.
The experience.
And especially if you're selling at auction, you got to make it special for the person. Like it's an event, it's an occasion. Like we've got a coffee van.
Exactly. You've got to make people feel warm, feel good about wanting to buy your property. It's as simple as that, but you've got to put it in the right places.
Yeah.
And I think that's the main thing. And I think if you can spend some money up front, you'll get a better result on the way.
Absolutely.
The other side.
Most definitely.